Alright, what's really good, LeSBP Trading Familia, buenos dias, bonjour, bon dia, salbona, guten abend, konbanwa, masaate, avtav, excuse me. Thank you all for tuning in. So today we're going to be jumping into our Forex.com account. So as I said, well, hopefully as I said in my last video, moving outside of the Leap Trading View Challenge, I started to talk about, me wanting to put funds into my Forex.com account, also me wanting to put funds in a futures account, and trying to kind of decide which one I wanted to more or less jump into first. I think I'm going to start with Forex and then lead my way into futures if I can gain money. To me, it's always been a one or the other. If I can gain money in this one, then I put it in that one. If I can gain money in this one, I put it in that one. But I want to start with one first, and the one that I do feel most comfortable with right now is Forex. One, because the market is, still in a good, nice range and stuff like that, or whatever. We're not reaching all-time highs on, all these pairs and stuff like that. I feel like S&P 500, what I trade, which is S&P 500 and like Nasdaq and stuff like that, are at areas where it's really really tricky, and I'd rather go with something that I'm not saying you can't be tricked in any other market, but or any other instrument, I should say, but I feel like I'm a little less strict when I look at other things in the forex market. The other thing that I realized is during the Trading View Leap Challenge is I could not trade Forex and trade futures at the same time. I think it was because of the mass amount of Forex pairs I was trying to trade at one time, along with, like several different instruments like commodities, indices, and stuff like that, or whatever, cryptos and everything dealing with that Leap Challenge. So I think it came down to, not being able to focus on all of them at once. But what I want to make sure that I at least adapt to or change is, you know, getting to one or two different things. I'm only choosing or, messing around with what, three pairs? Yeah, three pairs. And when I do go back to like the commodities and indices and stuff like that, I'm probably only going to do literally S&P 500, maybe gold, and I'm thinking about Ethereum as a crypto. That's literally the only three in my head. A top fourth would be Nasdaq, but to be honest with you, for some odd reason, I've always had more, and I'm going to say luck, with the with the choice of bad words, but I've always had better luck trading S&P 500 than I have with Nasdaq. So I'm kind of going to stick with that for right now. But as we get into everything, you'll notice that I'm going to show you two different screens. One is going to be my Forex.com account information, and then one is going to deal with the trades that we actually took today, because we did actually take three trades today. And technically, I was supposed to still be in one of them, but we'll get to that in a second. So 3 minutes of me talking right there, so I apologize. All right, first things first, looking at the Forex.com website here. This is the web trader version of the Forex.com website. Basically, this shows how much I have available trade, equity, P&L, margin, all that great stuff. And then it also shows, I usually stay on this particular screen only because I go to TradingView in order to trade on the charts. So I'm not necessarily thinking like, oh, well, I need to, look at position, or sorry, not positions, look at the performance, or look at the actual chart. Like, I don't usually use that. I just look at the history. So today we had three different trades, and I'm still trying to figure out if I want to actually trade on my raw pricing account or if I want to trade on my spread only account. Right now we're using the raw pricing, but what I'm noticing is the difference in like the commissions and the spread and stuff like that. Like, you get charged both for spread and commissions if there is spread, because sometimes there's not spread, but you'll still get charged on commissions both for entry and exit. And I think that was one of the things that I wanted to stay away from when it came to this Forex.com account. And just to show you the difference really quickly, on this you'll see no commissions, but but as you can see, the spread is rather large on some pairs, and also depends on how much your position size is, just as well as your realized P&L could end up being a little bit bigger on the loss side, because that spread could be, so large. So there are upsides and downsides to both of these. I mean, would I rather take the 73-cent commission plus maybe the 15 cents of spread cost, equaling up to like 95 cents, Or would I rather take something like where I traded EURUSD, 1,000 or basically a point zero 0.01 lot size, had no commission and only 7 cents spread cost. I think it kind of really depends on what you're trading to, because the instrument that you're trading probably, it's really important because that spread cost might be a little bit bigger depending on if it's like an exotic or something like that. And then two, how much your position is, what size your position is. So might also, I don't know if that actually, don't quote me on that. I don't know if that actually pertains to spread cost, but I know that the spread cost can be rather big. Anyways, so we took 3 trades. I ended up losing initially. I think it was like $14 to $15. I got it written down, so I'm not gonna guess too much. And then as you can see, we won $28. So we did 2 trades here. As you can see, I'm using a bigger leverage size than I would have normally used on this account, and that's another reason why I didn't jump or stay into this trade too long, because I knew that I was honestly, being honest with you, I was over leveraging. So either way, let's get to the chart. So going to the chart. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. So this is your USD. I started from the daily time frame, just looking at where the market went, before its last significant push down, where it bounced up to on like that 5 minute, 15-minute time frame, and where it last hit at the bottom here. And it's really easy. Honestly, it's relatively easy. I dropped down, excuse me, to the 5 minute chart and had 3 entries. So there were 2 entries right here on this particular in this particular area. I think one entry was like right down here, and then the other one was like right on the line. So what did I say? I said first 2 entries on EU, took 2 L's, a $7.20 loss, basically, which is just the P&L portion of it, and then you have the $1.61 with the commissions and the spread, which totaled out to $8.81, and then similar here, $7.60, $1.76 for commissions and spread costs, and then that equaled out to $9.36. So that was actually a total loss of $18.17 just right off the bat, with spread, with commissions, and with the realized lost P&L. So basically all I said was we were sec too early, is all. Glad I decided not to fall out and cry about it. We reassessed the trade, still looked good, executed, and then the true question here is if I have the balls to hold. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to. The thing about Forex for me is I get a lot more entries than I do in stuff like S&P 500 or anything like Bitcoin, because that is a really, what in those kind of trades I'm really trying to hold until I fold. Like I'm trying to hold that as long as possible. And as you can see, I really didn't do a good job of that in the Leap Trading View Challenge. So that was also another reason why I didn't want to continue with that for right now, because I feel like I have some learning to do in that spot. But either way, for Forex, it's a little bit different. For Forex, I know that I might get 2 or 3 different opportunities on the same pair, depending on what time frame I'm trading on. If I'm trading on the 5 minute, I'll definitely get 2 or 3 opportunities. If I was trading on the like 2 hour or the 4 hour or the daily today, then I would have said, okay, probably only going to get 1 trade out of this. And that's kind of different. So with this opportunity here, basically I drew out a support resistance area too as well. I don't know if I talked about that. I had a small support resistance area here too as well. And in reality, all we did was wait for it to bounce. Once it came back, gave me like 3 bullish candles. I decided to jump in. Now, as you can see, we jumped in just a tad bit early. I waited a second, waited for it to retest it, waited for 2 bullish candles, and boom, jumped in again. Now, this went up to actually like $45 in profit way up here. We did not take it because in my head I was like, well, I should be attempting to hold this. It shouldn't just be, jump in, get out after 20 pips or anything like that. That's not how I usually trade. So in my head, I was like, well, I should be holding on to this. But when it came back, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the profit for now. One, I know we're over leveraging. Two, I still need to make sure I know which pairs I want to trade particularly. I know EU is definitely going to be one of them, but, figuring out what trades I want to take. And then 3, what kind of account do I want to use? Do I want to use the raw pricing or do I want to use the spread only? I need to figure those kind of things out first. Plus, I do have a little bit more money that I want to allocate towards it. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should start off with the 500 that I was going to start off with anyways, and then we go from there. So a couple of things I just want to wrap up first before I actually continue doing the trading. But what I said was here is $9.79 is the total that I received after the loss is basically what I was, what I obtained. So $9.79. Our original target, though, just to bring emphasis to it, was all the way up here. So we didn't wait. As you can see, we did not wait for our original target to be hit. We ended up getting out of that relatively early. Other than that, I didn't make any other trades. As you can see, this is a very, very big trade, but it's only because I started from the daily time frame. That's why the stop loss was so big as well. That's also why I moved immediately after this candlestick right here. I moved stop loss to break even. I never put it all the way down there in the first place. Like, it wasn't originally all the way down here. But looking at that daily area where it came from, I was like, all right, well, if I was to put my stop loss, I'm going to put it under this support resistance area that I drew out. I'm going to put it down here and see what happens. And once this candle exploded here, roughly around 1500, I was like, all right, stop loss to break even. And I was like, all right, if it gets taken from there, then we're out. But yeah, we end up getting out of that early, anyways. So that is it for now. I don't know when this video is going to release because I was supposed to release my futures trading video first before I released any other videos. But I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm not going to trade futures right now, I'm just going to hold on to those videos. Hopefully they won't end up being too old by the time I actually decide to release them. Because it's going to be talking about AMP futures and what went wrong with that account. It wasn't anything trading wise. It was more or less I just did not like that broker. But I won't get too much into that because it's already included in the video. So if I ever release that, then you'll get to see what happens with that. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. Thanks. Today is Monday the 2nd. Today's Monday the 2nd of December. So I do plan on starting to trade live. Hopefully, I want to say on the 15th of December. I mean, I'm doing these videos daily, so it's not like you guys, or excuse me, you all, it's not like you all are missing out on anything. But I do want to, I like live trading. I like live trading. Holding me more accountable, makes me want to do less stupid shit. So yeah, I do like to live trade. Plus, I get to interact with people and stuff like that. Ask questions when they ask questions, or shoot, I might even have a question for somebody else just in case they have a comment that's saying this or that. So either way, thanks. I'm tired, apparently. I guess. All right, appreciate it. Peace. Ooh, kind of hungry too.